And good evening. Welcome to High School Game Night, week 4 of the football season. A lot of teams. That means district opener tonight. We start in 16-5A. We go to Dragon Stadium. Layla Rahimi high above the stadium. Good one tonight, Layla. Westwood and the new kids, or the old kids on the block, Stony Point, against the up-and-coming Warriors.
That's right, Roger. In fact, Westwood was off to its best start since 2006 at 4-0 on the season, but they were facing the old kids, if you will, the perennial powerhouse, the Stony Point Tigers in this game, and you knew it wasn't going to be easy to begin District 16 5A play, so let's show you what happened. Warriors looking solid in the first quarter. Quarterback Ben Johnson doing what he does pretty well in the zone read, takes it up the middle, goes 40 yards to the end zone for a 7-0 lead. Stony Point, though, driving in the first, and Markel Autry with the run that sets up a field goal to cut the deficit to 7-3 Westwood. But then second quarter, Johnson for Westwood would connect with Des Wyatt, and he wears burnt orange not just for his school but for his dad's. The UT wide receiver coach Daryl Wyatt's son makes it 14-3, and then nobody scores until it's almost over. But Ladine Anderson turns on the Jets and runs 67 yards for the score. 21-3 Westwood, and that's how this one ends. The Warriors improved to a perfect 5-0 on the season. They are our KBVO big game on Thursday. They will be taking on Fleurville. That should be a great game in 16-5A. Stony Point, however, falling to 1-3 and 0-1 in district play. Roger.
All right, thanks, Layla. In 16-5A, Georgetown, the other unbeaten, but Georgetown's quarterback Jake Hubenek suffers a torn ACL, and the junior is out for the season. So tonight at Bible Stadium, homecoming for Leander. Lions off to a 1-3 start, and with Hubenek out, they turn to Carter Hewlett, and he uncorks a touchdown to Parker Reyna, and the Eagles take the lead. But then Caleb Woodward calls his own number. Touchdown, Leander. Hewlett would get in the end zone again for Georgetown. Then it's all Lions. Leander wins it 40-14, that final score. Round Rock and McNeil at Reeves Complex. This is homecoming for the Mavericks. Round Rock coming off their first win last week, and that's Jalen Harrell for McNeil. Down the sidelines, doesn't get in. Out at the 8-yard line, you can see the frustration, but Zach Kuhn to Nick Parinella takes care of the final 8 yards. Touchdown Mavericks. They're up 10-3. Dragons get on the board. Nigel Hands scores to tie it up at 10, and then an absolute shootout that Round Rock just won, 38-34. Dragons get their district opener as well. All right, now to Class 4A. Hard to argue, District 25 is not the best in the entire state. Defending state champ 4 times over, Lake Travis. Brian Sanders joins us with their rivalry game with Dripping Springs. Brian?
All right, thanks, Roger. Yeah, Lake Travis showing no signs of slowing down this year, opening against that old rival tonight as Dripping Springs comes into Cavalier Stadium. Lake Travis, a byproduct of Dripping. Some 30 years ago, they decided to rest do-it-all man Colin Lagasse, nursing a shoulder injury from that opener against Westlake to get ready for the stretch run. And for the first time this season, Lake Travis trails in a game. Snap sails out of the back of the end zone. Safety for the Tigers. It took the Cavaliers a little while to get going, but once they did, they were automatic. Sean Nixon on the touchdown drive, but they missed the point after. It was 6-2, and then to open the second quarter, check out this catch by Griffin Gilbert. Tips it to himself, hangs on with one hand for the catch and first down. That led to this. Cameron Wrinkle takes it around the end, hurdles a few people, and picks his way to the end zone just like that. It's 13-2 Cavaliers. Dripping Springs had a little trouble moving the ball, and right here, this handoff goes awry as Jude Jeffress jumps on the fumble by Lane Kelly, and the Cavaliers get the ball deep in Tiger territory. Baker Mayfield finds Tyler Paulson for the score here, and they run away. 54-16 the final to improve to 5-0. Roger?
In that district, the Cedar Park Timberwolves without quarterback Brian Hogan in the first half, and 4-0 Vandegrift taking advantage of it. Dakota Prukup to Dylan Hosek, and it's 7-0. Vipers with the lead, and then a little pooch punt kind of bounces the other way for Vandegrift as Cameron Harris takes it all the way down to the 10. That sets up a Prukup touchdown, but Brian Hogan comes in the second half and then it turns into all Cedar Park. Last check, they were leading it 21-13. It's now 21-19. But again, Cedar Park looks to go to 4-1. All right, Marble Falls and Vista Ridge. This one out at Gupton Stadium and the Leander ISD. And Mason Thom, 20-yard run. That sets up a Ranger field goal. They take a 3-0 lead over Marble Falls. Mustangs at 3-1. Vista Ridge comes in at 1-3. Then the reverse to Ricky Enciola sets up the second field goal, and lo and behold, that's enough. Vista Ridge gets a district win, 6-0 is your final score. 16-4A, good one here between Hendrickson and Connolly. Cougars, Dave Patton, he goes right up the middle. Touchdown, Conley on Patton's long run. Hendrickson's got an outstanding player, and Dajae Johnson, he does a little bit of everything, including lining up at quarterback. Touchdown here, and Hendrickson leading this one 30-16, 30-29 now, as Conley is pulled within one. Hayes and Lehman, a Hayes Consolidated ISD battle down in Hayes County, and it's all Lehman early. Levi Medley rambling to the corner. Medley into the end zone for the touchdown. Big game for Medley. In fact, he was over 200 yards. Matthew Zamora the touchdown. But Hayes comes back with a furious second half, and the Rebels win it 28-27 was that final score. Non-district up in the Waco area, Bowie and Midway. Bulldogs with the pig, Dante Harris coming up with the interception right there down on the Midway goal line, but Bowie could not take advantage of it. Bulldog quarterback Robbie Dickey does find Bryson Hoskins. That sets up a missed field goal, and finally Jordan Darling to Hunter Jarmon for the Midway touchdown, and they go on to win it 21-10. Midway over Bowie. Austin High looking for their first win. Tough task. They've had a brutal non-district. Caleb Jones, outstanding receiver, had to leave the game in the first half because he cut his arm. And Cibolo Steele, defending state champs. No Malcolm Brown, but they've got D'Angelo Wallace. He goes deep, and Steele running away from this one. 54-7 is your score down at House Park. That is a final score. And New Braunfels with a late touchdown to knock off Westlake tonight in their non-district game.